Hey everyone, today we are where I live, which is a secret. Thoughts would at the back. I don't live here. I live in a house over somewhere that way. So I wanted to talk a little bit about landscape photography and put a bit of a challenge to myself and to you out there. Typically when you think of landscape photography, you think wide pictures, you think a nice wide angle lens, you think of deer, you think of antelope, mountains, but it doesn't always have to be that way. You know, it can be with a telephoto lens, it can be with the 85 like I've got on here. You know, it's good to change the meta, it's good to challenge yourself, it's good to get out there, it's important to try new things. So what I want to try to do today is just use my 85mm prime lens to see what kind of landscape shots we can get and get a little bit creative with them. Now, when I think of an 85mm lens, I usually think nice compressed depth of field, shallow depth of field. I usually think it's pretty tight photo in on a subject, none of which really are characteristic of a landscape photo, but I think we can come up with some really nice stuff. I'm gonna use some frame blocking, kind of get some of the foliage in the foreground, give some nice focus to our subject, and yeah, so let's give it a shot. Here we go. This is the chief. It's nice. Leaves. Yes, I do have wet socks, thank you. To add some extra depth, I'll usually try to get some sort of tree or branch or something in the foreground so that I'm able to create more focus and shift it towards the subject, whatever I'm trying to photograph. The challenging thing about primes is that you don't get that variable focal range, so you're gonna have to move a bit. You gotta get up nice and close to your subject. You gotta get far away from your subject. You gotta... One of the things I like about landscape photography using a more zoomed in lens, if you will, is that you can really get up close. I don't know if you can see here. So what I'm looking at right now is the sun coming through the water as it falls into the valley between those mountain peaks. And with a wide angle lens, sure, I'd be able to capture it, but not quite as the same detail or the same framing as I would get with this 85. So there are advantages. I don't know, sometimes when you're using the same gear over and over again, things tend to get a little bit stale. So sometimes I'll just come out with one lens, completely unprepared for any other situation, and I'll just see what I can find. I'll see what I can shoot. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But really, I mean, the nice thing about photography is that if you enjoy the journey, then you've enjoyed the journey. So, lesson being today, or lack of lesson, just go out and shoot, bring a lens, challenge yourself. I mean, bring all the lenses. You're gonna wanna be prepared, just in case you need something else. Oh, my butt is so wet. I didn't really have a plan for what I was going to talk about in this video. I just wanted to come up here, to be honest, and enjoy the view. And just a quick footnote, it helps if you live in a place like that looks like this, but you can take nice photos anywhere. It doesn't have to be with mountains. It does help. It helps. It helps. It does help. But I pay the rent. I pay the rent. Me, not you. Not you. Definitely not you. Hi.